What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another video. And today we got a couple of updates I wanted to talk to you guys about, man. Some good news here early December. So, very excited to announce that LeBron James will be available tomorrow after clearing health and safety protocols to return on Friday. So, it turns out that that positive test was also negative. It was like a double negative positive test. That's why that explains LeBron James's tweet about something's fishy, right? And then since then he's taken 8 tests, which have all returned negative. So that's good news on two fronts. For one, and most importantly, LeBron's health and safety for his family and himself. That's great news. That's the best news of all. And secondly, we get LeBron back right in time because currently the Lakers are 6 in the West, and we're going to talk about all of that good stuff. What's up, everybody? Though, welcome to the live chat. Good to see you guys live. What's up, Laker girl? It is extremely great news. But if you thought that was it, we have even more good news. It turns out Avery Bradley is probable to return tomorrow as well, if we're talking about defense. And not only that, but Dwight Howard will probably be starting for the foreseeable future. Frank Vogel, currently it was reported that Frank Vogel stated he's going to go with Dwight tomorrow. And more than likely, he's going to play one center at a time. This could be bad news if he ever starts DeAndre, but if he continues to go with Dwight, if Dwight makes the most of this opportunity, then you have your starting center locked and loaded and ready to go, which is great news because you saw how good we can look with him on the floor alongside Anthony Davis. My only question is, if he's only going to go with one center lineup, who's going to play backup center? He's probably going to go with LeBron at times like he's been doing. That's why he's been experimenting with lineups. I don't know, but I do love the fact that Dwight Howard finally gets to start. He gets his opportunity. He's been patient for the last couple of years, coming off the bench, playing his role to a T, and now he has a golden opportunity here to reclaim the starting lineup. All we need from him is a huge game versus the Clippers and hopefully a dub, and then for him to continue doing that moving forward. Now, my only question is, if he gets in foul trouble, what is the rotation going to look like? I have no idea what's going to happen, but I do know that I definitely like this for sure. The fact that LeBron returns, Avery Bradley returns, we're looking healthier all of a sudden, and right in time for the Clippers, who, by the way, are currently 7th in the West, and we are 6th. We're above them by half a game. We can create more space by winning tomorrow. We're going to need that. Looking ahead at the schedule, we have a golden opportunity here to start turning the corner. And we can definitely use this as a momentum booster. Like, we got the Clippers tomorrow at 7, followed by the Celtics on Tuesday, both very winnable games. Then you got the Grizzlies on Thursday. Then you got the Thunder on Friday, a chance to pay them back for what they did earlier this season, followed by the Magic on Sunday. And then Wednesday, you got the Mavericks. So the next 6 games are all very winnable if the Lakers lock in and they, continue to bring this intensity defensively like we did, man. So it is a holiday season, Kevin. Thank you, bro. Absolutely. Appreciate you, Try Hard Gaming. My boy said, then you bring DJ in. Well, here's the interesting quote. The interesting quote is that Frank Vogel said that he's only going to play one of those 2 centers at a time. So don't expect to see DeAndre Jordan unless, I don't know, his plan doesn't fall through. I kind of don't like that plan because we're going to need a backup big. Well, let's see what coach wants to do. Bottom line is, it would be nice if we can get another center who can protect the rim, like we mentioned in the previous video, guys. That would be extremely nice. But look, the Lakers, I am glad he's making these changes because they definitely help our roster get off to quicker starts, in my opinion. And at the same time, looking at the advanced Lakers stats, the Lakers are 5th in points per game, so we were already good there. However, in opponents' points per game, we are ranked 27th. That's really bad. That's bottom of the barrel as far as the league goes. We're basically only better than 3 teams in this league. So we definitely need to get our defense better. And that's why I definitely support this move, because we can come out of the gates and with an anchor in the paint. Hopefully he doesn't get in foul trouble early. That's the key. But if he can, get us a couple of blocks, alter a couple of shots, get us some extra second chance points on the offensive glass, then this can be a move that can help us turn the corner this season. Right now, we're 1 game over 500 at 12-11, sitting at 6th in the West. Rebounds per game, we are 8th. So that's pretty good. We're in the top 10. Assists per game, we're seventh. Also good. And like I said, points per game, we're fifth. We're a top 5 team in scoring. That hasn't really been the problem, even though sometimes we get stagnant. But still, we're so offensively potent and so deep that we go on runs in a quarter or two, we can put this game away. That's how talented this team is. They still need I think we can be the number one team offensively, or at least a top 3 if we can, if we can stop those dry spells and play a more efficient brand of basketball. Now, again, defensively, a lot of work still, but DeAndre Jordan is moving definitely in the right direction. 27th in the league, giving up 113 points per game is way too much, man. So, yeah. He said, Dan, did you see that article about who the Lakers should trade and the buyout market? It was a good article from Sam. I did not read that article. I was out today trying to do some early Christmas shopping for the family, man, before, the stores get really packed. I recommend you guys try to do your Christmas shopping. If you already haven't, try to go early because, man, last year was horrible we were elbow to elbow in the mall. So, anytime you can bless your family members with a nice little gift or something, just let them know you're thinking about. I know Christmas is not all about gifts, but I love, giving to those that have been there for me all my life. So, I'm trying to get out there early, man, before it's too late, because then it's going to get hectic, guys. He said, Dan, did you see? I already read that one. No, we don't want to cut DJ. Teams actually want a trade because he can teach the young teams like OKC. Do you think so, Kevin? That's interesting. I wonder if DeAndre Jordan truly does have any trade value nowadays. I'm not sure if he does, but I mean, that's an interesting take for sure. I never really thought of it that way. You have 4 centers. What 4 centers? What are you talking about? AD has already proven to us he's not a center this year, man. Nope. But I did like, LeBron James in spurts in that position because he can play 1 through 5. He's one of the few players in the history of the game that could play 1 through 5. So he said, Dan, we need one more center. Cut DJ. Yeah, I mean, listen, when you have that center in mind, let me know. Because right now, the buyout market it's not even in flux or nothing. Everybody's still holding on to their players. But give them a couple months more. Give me till January or February. You're going to see a lot of players that you don't think were available become available. So let's hold off our horses for now. Steven says, hopefully THT starts to come out of his slump. Yes, we're going to need him. We need all the young energy. We need all the young energy we can get because this team is a little bit older, but with those young guys, that's an infusion of energy. Malik Monk has done a great job off the bench. We need THC to come along nicely. That would really help us. And then when we get Kendrick Nunn back, the sky's the limit for those guys. Not to mention our guy, obviously, Austin Reeves, even though he still doesn't look healthy. Let's see how he looks Friday if he gets some minutes. He said if THC continues to be bad, he might get traded. Hopefully not, man, but nothing's off the table if the right piece comes along. Damian Jones might be available. You think the Kings will cut him? He's been playing pretty good for them. I've been paying close attention to him, and he's looking solid. So I wonder if the Kings would cut him. Interesting. He said, Dan, there was a report where there was a 3-team trade with the Lakers, Kings, and the Sixers. You guys would get Harrison Barnes and Buddy Hield? Do you like that trade? I haven't looked at the trade, bro, but it doesn't sound realistic. That's a lot of salary coming back this way. You'd have to give up a lot of salary. So, I mean, take the trade rumors with a grain of salt, man. Honestly, I don't believe 95% of the stuff that's out there. My boy said, hi, Dan. At this point, let's rest LeBron for 10 days. He seemed fine yesterday. Lakers seemed fine. Nah, bro. He's coming back. The thing is, we don't want to get unused to having LeBron in the lineup. We want this team to gel as a full, complete unit. The more run they get in there together, the better it is. Right? The better it is for everybody because there has been games where Russ, LeBron, and AD all play good, but then the role players don't. And there's been games where one of those stars play good, the other ones don't. And then also the role players play well when the stars don't. So we have to get them all clicking at the same time. It's possible. It'll happen, or at least most of them should be clicking on a nightly basis. And in order to accomplish that type of team chemistry, we need those guys to get as many runs together as possible. Dan, any news on Kendrick Nunn? No updates yet on Kendrick Nunn or Ariza. When we do hear those updates, you'll probably get a little quick update video like this one. This one's not going to last the whole hour. We'll be here for about 20, 25 minutes, answer a couple of questions, but then we getting off. Maybe get Whiteside if he becomes available. That's exactly, in my opinion, the type of big we need. He's a wild card. Clearly, he can get himself into foul trouble as well, but he's another big body in the paint, somebody who can rim protect, somebody who can rebound when he's motivated. I think he's a decent player. When he's not motivated and he doesn't care, he's just a strange guy. But I think those guys under the mantle of LeBron James and leaders like that, they take them under their wing, they'll be straight. They'll give us some valuable minutes. So I think, yeah, somebody like that could come in and play our poor man's version of JaVale McGee. He said no news on none. He said Vogel said Ariza is practicing no contact. Well, I did mention the other day how Trevor Ariza was closer to returning. As far as, practicing no contact, once they ramp that up, I'll let you guys know. When we hear an update from that, for sure, you know where to find me. I appreciate you, Lil Dex. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. He said, what do you think about the Knicks taking out Kemba Walker from the rotation? I like Kemba Walker, very gifted offensive player, but since he has left, the Charlotte Hornets, he hasn't been the same, man. And his defense has been exploited because the two teams he's landed on prioritize defense. The Celtics prioritize defense, and he fell out of favor there. And then also the New York Knicks with Tom Tibbs, one of the top defensive coaches. They need players who can defend. So I'm not surprised at all. I do like Kemba Walker, but his career seems to be on the back burner as of right now. He needs to, he's undersized. He's very quick, very shifty on the offensive end, but he's also streaky. There'll be games where he disappears offensively. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, he's a New York kid. You would have thought this would have been a Cinderella story, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Hopefully he gets favored back and he's able to work his way back to rotation. Hopefully. He said, love it when the Flippers lose. Great job, Kings. I'm glad you brought that up, Greg, because earlier in the season, we had all 7 of them Clipper fans coming onto the channel to talk smack to me about how they had a better record. And what did I say? Nobody cares about these early months record, man. And I'm rubbing it in their face on Twitter for the same reason, because they always come here and they're pesky and annoying. All 7 of them. All 7. It's like they take turns visiting my channels. Like they tap each other in. Listen, everybody knows this about the Clippers. They always get off the hot starts and then bam, their true colors, their true identity always seems to shine. I call it the Clipper curse because they shouldn't be here. Bottom line is the Lakers always end up going further than the Clippers as far as when it matters. Last season, we were injured. That was the exception. But when it matters, when we're truly healthy and we're competing for titles, we get the titles. What are they hanging? What are they hanging on their rafters? Selfies, man. How embarrassing can it be? So very happy that all 7 of them, maybe 7.5 if you want to count Clipper Darrell's short ass. But, let's be real. Let's be real. The real teams, they're playing in June. Okay? The Clippers don't have an invitation to June because they suck every year. And these fair weather fans that, all these Laker haters, they tend to bandwagon. That's why you saw Staples Center filled last season when the Clippers were in the playoffs. Most of those fans were like bandwagon Warrior fans or that didn't make it because we eliminated them, or bandwagon Kings fans. They all go and join the Flippers because that's the team of hatred. That's not a real fan base. Their real fans is like 7.5 max, and that's counting the owner. So, in reality, the real team in LA always comes out on top, man. Ain't nobody worried about them. However, I do want us to win tomorrow at all costs because we can't lose to these mediocre teams any longer. I don't care if Paul George drops a 30-piece or Ty Lue comes off the bench and he puts on the uniform again. I don't give a damn. But we got to win tomorrow, and we have to continue to build on the fact that we bought into the defense on the second half of the Kings game. And I told you guys, from this moment on, I think this is a revelation. I told you guys this in the post-game recap. Hopefully you guys tuned in. If not, make sure to smash the subscription button and the post notification bell so you guys can get those updates. But I said this, and I quote, I think Frank is going to be forced to start Dwight now, especially because his job is on the line, right? And I said it's inevitable. Like after what Dwight did, there's no question about it. This is the biggest revelation. Even a blind man can see that Dwight Howard deserves to start especially over DeAndre, who probably never deserved to start in the first place. So I'm happy that Frank, the hard way, better the hard way, better late than never, is starting Dwight Howard along with Anthony Davis, what is going to allow him to do. Yeah, the spacing still won't be great, but shooters can shoot more confidently knowing you have a workhorse down there that can maybe get an offensive rebound. You have somebody who can, who's another brute force and does the dirty work in the paint, both ends of the floor. So that's what we need. And I'm looking forward, man, to this matchup tomorrow. Please, LeBron James, hopefully he's not rusty after taking the game off. Father time, he comes in looking like the king is a wrap. Especially if AD continues to play motivated basketball, Russell Westbrook continues to take care of the basketball, and the role players, shout out to Malik Monk and Melo, and all these guys step up, we're going to be off the charts, man. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Again, for those of you just tuning in, the Lakers are currently number 6 in the West, above the Clippers, as we should be always. And, we're at 12 and 11. We have a chance to make a nice little run. Look, the Mavericks are 11 and 9. They're holding the number 4 seed. They lose a couple of games. We win a couple. Currently, we're on a 2-game winning streak. If we win a couple, they lose a couple. And guess what? We're going to be a top 4 team in the West. Maybe more. Who knows? Any questions, guys, before I get off? Just wanted to update you guys real quick, give you guys my thoughts. I'm going to head over to the comment section now, see what Laker Nation feels, man. How y'all feeling? You guys excited? December's off to a great start. LeBron James defeating COVID like the king that he is. And, the Lakers finally going with the proper rotations, or so we think. He said, that shit's about to be lit, my G. I can't wait. I can't wait for tomorrow's game. I'm looking forward to. Y'all know how I feel about that team. The other team, the shadow team in LA. Y'all know how I feel about them, man. In every single way, shape, and form. I despise every little thing about that beach volleyball team. Despise it. He said, hey, Dan, why do I have a feeling DJ might get waived? He had a dispute. If you guys didn't see the clip, shout out to Laker Nation. You guys were sending me the clips. Shout out to my homegirl, Tara. She was one of the main ones. And my boy, Chapito. They were sending me the clips of DJ arguing with Coach. And after that, he didn't see the court. So this could be the beginning of the end for DJ as a Laker. And in my opinion, I wouldn't mind if he gets cut. But for now, since we don't have another center, I recommend they hold on to him just for security purposes off the bench. But if they have somebody else in mind, then yeah, I wouldn't be shocked at all. Hey, Dan, have they put the game back on ESPN? I haven't heard nothing about that. Let's see. Let me update the timeline. If they did, I mean, they're going to look like they're on LeBron's you-know-what. They really shouldn't because, let's be real, 90% of Laker Nation doesn't really watch Laker games on ESPN. We might tune in from time to time just to see what the pedestrians are talking about our team. But most of the time it's hatred. So I stick with Stu Lance and them boys, Bill McDonald. They're the ones I watch. Spectrum Sportsnet. Especially TNT, man. Sometimes I tune in just to hear what Chuck and them got to say because it's funny. But man, when Reggie Miller's commentating, it's really hard to pay attention, man, because he's all over the place, man. Reggie Miller's kind of a doofus. But as far as I don't even mind that ESPN removed that game. Let them go with their hype game of the Warriors and the Suns. That's fine. Those two teams deserve to be on national TV anyways. They're playing good basketball right now, so I'm not even mad. But I mean, it's funny to me how the Lakers are always primetime basketball, but they take away our games, and I hope they keep that same energy when we're back on top. Don't start adding new games to ESPN because we ain't tuning in anyways. At least not me. At least not me. Is LeBron playing tomorrow? Yes, he is, Kevin. He is absolutely suiting up for the purple and gold. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, baby. He said, Dan, Skip loves the flippers. You forgot about him. Skip is just a clown. He's a circus clown. I think I seen him in Vegas once. We're not worried about Skip. What Skip and Charles say, you got to take with a grain of salt because both of those guys. Well, Charles, at least he's funny. Skip is just all over the place, man. All over the place with his takes. I mean, it's just clearly him, just guzzling that hater rate. That's all he does. And so when your takes are based off of hate, they don't have too much validity to it. He said, we going to whoop the Clippers tomorrow. Absolutely. Let's get it, baby. My boy said Lakers 7-4 with LeBron, AD, and Westbrook, and they are just warming up. It's all looking good right now, Chris, but we still have to come out and execute. I know we look great in that second half of the Kings, but what type of game are we going to play Adding LeBron back to the lineup, I wonder what the starting lineup is going to look like. We know Dwight's in there. We know AD and LeBron are out there. Is Avery Bradley going to slide back in, or is Wayne Ellington staying there? I don't mind Wayne. He's been phenomenal, spacing the floor and playing solid defense. And then obviously Russell Westbrook. So still question marks, and let's see how they adapt. Let's see if we come out to a quicker start and we play to our advantages, which is bully ball in the paint. He said, never forget, back in 2019, the media thought the Clippers were going to win the chip. And what it is these people are judging with their heart, not with their, not with their mind and their eyes. They're not really seeing the game of basketball. They see what they want to see, and they favor who they want to favor. And again, the Clippers are the perfect franchise for any bandwagon fan base whose team never makes it to the finals, and they hate the Lakers, so they want to root for the Clippers. That's all it is. Clippers are just a bunch of hater fan base. It's not a real fan base. If they don't know who Elton Brand and Katino Mobley and Corey Maggette and Sam Cassell, they don't remember those teams, they're not real fans, man. They're not real fans. So I don't want to hear that the Clippers are now filling up Staples Center like Stephen A was trying to say when they were in the playoffs. Yeah, they were filling up Staples Center with a bunch of bandwagons. Half of them don't even know basketball. They just want cheap playoff tickets. That's all. Is it Dan 360 about to go on a 27-game win streak just like Braun, Wade, and Bosch did? That would be super glorious. Oh, my goodness. Y'all would – if the Lakers went on a crazy win streak like that, y'all going to see a very happy version of me this December. Oh, my goodness. That would be nice. And it would be so stress relieving because some of these games to watch, they're a roller coaster, man. You start off yelling at the TV and you end up praising it, or vice versa. You start off praising the Lakers and then you end up cursing out the TV. It's just such a roller coaster all season long. And we're only one game over 500. So Lakers better pick it up quick. And we can turn this season around and still be a championship contender as long as we do exactly what we did in the second half of that Kings game, which is buy into the defensive role and assignments. Everybody play to their best of their ability, inspire basketball, and defense wins championships. So get out in transition. We definitely need to, move up from that 27 ranking. That's for sure. He said, wait, Dan, did our starting lineup already get announced? No, it didn't, Braden. I'll have the official starting lineups tomorrow, but we know Dwight Howard's in it because Frank Vogel mentioned that he was going to start Dwight tomorrow, as he should have. I mean, I think that was a given. But as far as who's going to start the shooting guard, we don't know as of right now. Trevor Ariza filling the wing position will change this team for the better. THC is not a wing, man. I think he is, man. He's young. People forget he's still learning. He's going through a little slump right now, but I still take THT over a lot of young players in this league right now. And the thing is that we've seen enough of him already that we could say he's a good player. He's not a great player yet, but he's a good player. And if he continues to develop and just work on his consistency and his little weaknesses, he's going to be a great player. But we got to be patient with him, just like with all the other young core players that we ever trashed on this channel. Everybody that came through here calling Clarkson, D'Lo, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, all these guys a bust. Hold your horses. Learn from the past, man. I told you guys back then, I'll tell you this again now. Be patient. Let these youngsters make mistakes. He just turned 21. Let them make their mistakes and learn from it and get better. It's a learning process to anything. Even in life, in life, you have to go, like Kobe said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You have to take your shots in life, and you will fail a lot. But like Bruce Lee said, there is no success without failure. Failure is just a stepping stone. It's just a learning process to success. So let THC learn and become successful. We see the potential. We see the athleticism, the drive, the passion. He has all of that. All he needs to do now is put it together, let the game come to him, slow down a little bit, and you're going to see wonders, man. He's going to look like Houdini out there. He's going to transform into something crazy. So let's just be patient, guys. Most of the people saying trade him are player fans, not Laker fans. Most. There's a couple Laker fans that are impatient as well. But from what I realized, most of the trade crowd is somebody that's just always trying to point the fingers and protect their favorite players. Can't have that. Not on this roster. It's Laker Nation first. It's Lakers before fakers. You know what I'm saying? That should be a shirt, by the way. I should slogan that, right? Lakers before fakers. And what I mean by that is real Laker fans before the fake ones. Those opinions matter more to me than player fans' opinions because they're more worried about their player, He said, even Malik Monk makes mistakes. Man's only 23. We got to be patient with our youngsters. Yes, sir. Brayden knows what's up. Absolutely, bro. You get it. You understand it. He said, I think we're going to be more dynamic in the rotation. I hope so. We need to. We need to be smart. And one thing I'll appreciate about Frank Vogel, again, I've been the hardest on him on this channel. I'll be the first to admit that I didn't want him here anymore. But if he could turn it around and get out of his own head and just go with whatever's working instead of going with who he favors, if he could stop being an old head type coach and just go with the flow and adapt to the situations, that's all I ever asked for him. The X's and O's will take care of themselves. Yeah, it'd be nice if we had a coach that was a master strategist and always play calling was peak, right? But I'll take at least common sense. That's all I ask for. I'm not asking for too much. We have enough talent. But just common sense from coach. If we can continue with the good common sense, then we'll quickly forget that that the pitchforks were already out and we wanted him fired. He said, Dan, every time we winning, I imagine you celebrating with your girl on the couch or my brothers or whoever's here with me. Yes, absolutely. And we hug and we handshake and we high five and all that good stuff. Yes, sir. I am the one. I'm that guy. He said, Dan, hear me out. If Miles Turner was available, would you consider THT and none? Oh, I'd probably say yes, because Miles Turner could be a serious game changer. I mean, who's going to want to go against us with Miles Turner in the paint with AD and LeBron? Can you imagine that front court? And then off the bench, you still have some talent there with Malik Monk and other guys. So it would be hard to see my guy THT go, but for somebody like that who can immediately catapult you on the defensive rankings, yes, I would. I'm sorry. Love THT, but I'm always team first, man. I'm always going to be team first. But does that mean that I'm going to go out there like these player fans and just put him out there for trade? No, because I believe in him. But if it's something necessary like that, and remember, Kendrick Nunn's only here on 1-year contract. You would probably, I think Turner's on a multi-year deal, so you'd benefit from that for sure. You said the person to trade for the Lakers, who would it be? One person to trade from the Lakers, who would it be? I can't think of nobody. I like my roster. I'm telling you guys, it's all about having the proper rotations out there. That's what it's about to me. It's not about what trade can you get and what. This is not NBA 2K. To me, a trade is only when you have a glaring need, a gaping hole, and there's no way around it, and somebody's being detrimental to your team, then okay, you got to start considering a trade. But as of right now, the only thing I can say we can plug up is a backup center. That's it. Outside of that, Dwight Howard could stay out of foul trouble. We could be solid. But let's take it one game at a time. Let's not jump the gun yet. Let's wait. The buyout market is around the block. It's not around the corner, but it's around the block. Once that comes around, there's going to be options as well. So we'll see. He said, hey, Dan, what's up, Jennifer? Just got on. What's going on today? Well, for those of you just joining in, I'm almost getting off. This was just a quick update video, so it's not going to take the whole hour I usually take on post games or sometimes even pre-game. But just to give you the quick rundown, LeBron James is back tomorrow. Dwight Howard's finally starting, at least for the foreseeable future. It could be just one game, hopefully not. And no updates yet on Ariza, or none, other than maybe Ariza's closer than Kendrick Nunn. Those are the updates we talked about, and as far as just coach making the right moves and stuff like that. So just to break it down for you guys. But anyways, it's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys so much. Just wanted to update you guys, man. Always good touching bases with my favorite crowd in the world, man. Laker Nation, my second family. Love y'all, man. Thank you guys so much for the support. Please don't forget to smash the like button. You already haven't. Please subscribe. I'll see you guys right here tomorrow for that pregame, and it's Phone Call Friday. Now, I was going to do Flashback Thursdays, Throwback Thursdays, but YouTube gave me too much trouble for that. So I'm going to find another way to remix that and see what I can do about that in the near future. But as of right now, no Throwback Thursdays, but we still got Phone Call Fridays, man. So I look forward to connecting with you guys tomorrow, man. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Much love. Peace out.